Good afternoon, my purpose driven inspiration family. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are in this world. I hope that you all have actually had a good day. This is not your typical Tuesday. I decided to come forward to you guys and actually briefly discuss something that's very important. So, those of you that's going to watch the replay, be sure to like, share, and subscribe with your friends on the Purpose Driven Inspiration channel. So today I was sitting back and actually, as it becomes closer to my son's birthday, it's actually tomorrow, I began to think about balance. And one thing I like about my son is that whether I know it or not, I know it more than ever now, is that he actually brings the balance in my life. Now, me, before I had my son, I'm a very reserved person, very reserved. I like to be in my own space. I like to be in my own little corner. I like to have just my space. I mean, I'm not a very loud person at all. And then when I had my son is like a ball of energy. And he's like a ball of energy. And I'm just like, whoa, how am I going to keep up with him? And lately, as my son becomes older, I become more like, wow, because the way he see it, the way he see things in life is just really amazing. And actually, with my son, he actually brings me out a little bit more. He was like, "Come on, mommy, let's go here." Or when he see certain people, he'll speak, and he's more of an extrovert than I am, and I'm an introvert. And I'm just like, wow, having my son in my life actually brings the balance that I need. At times it does get a little tough because as with any parent, kids can do a lot. You were like, oh, this and all that. But as you sit back and realize that kids are really a blessing, he is truly a blessing in my life. And I'm just like, okay, yeah. Now he creates the balance that I need, because somebody that's so reserved, at times I could be so reserved that it's easy to be laxated and not accomplish the things that I need to accomplish. But having a son that's very energetic, it realized that, okay, man, I need to walk a little more. Man, I need to do this a little more. I need to do that a little more in order to keep up with him. And when I'm focusing on keeping up with him, I realize that in my everyday life, it brings balance in my everyday life, because I need to do more. I don't need to sit back on my dreams. I don't need to sit back on my goals. I don't need to sit back on my aspiration. I got to aspire to do more. That's what I need. So he brings the balance in my life. Someone who's so reserved and someone who's so energetic, it actually brings a balance for him. Now, my reservedness caused him to be calm as well. So what is it that you're doing in your life where you don't have that balance? Because oftentimes we can be so busy in life that we forget to create that balance. We're so focused on one thing that we forget to create that boundary. And sometimes we become overworked. Sometimes we become overly exhausted because we're handling so many different things in life, and we have not created that balance in our life. So if you have not created that balance, if you find yourself being overly exhausted, if you find yourself feeling overly worked, find the things that you can actually, okay, I know that I do this. And I know some of you have multiple businesses. If you have multiple businesses or side hustles or stuff that you do, you have to pick a day out of the week, maybe 2 days out of the week, where you can just have an hour to yourself of nothing but you can do meditation, you can listen to music, you can do exercise, you can do stuff that's strictly for you. And it's going to create that balance in your life where you're able to think again, be rejuvenated in your mind, refuel yourself, because we can't accomplish nothing in life if our gas tank is on E. I'm talking about in our body and in our mind. If our mind is on E, if our body is on E, we don't have the energy to do anything else. Yes, you could be a leader in whatever it may be. Yes, you have a big responsibility, but your greatest responsibility is you. I ain't talking about your kids. I ain't talking about nothing else. Your biggest responsibility is you. Because if you don't take care of you, then you're not able to take care of others. You're not able to do that job that needs to be done properly. You're going to halfway function in life unless you create that balance in your life. So that's the physical part. I just wanted to think about it. And one thing I like about my son, although he does, I'm just going to add this integer in there. Although he does a lot, my son is one of the most appreciative kids that I know. I sometimes try to go to the store and I'd be like, you want a bike? You want this? One day we took him to the store and I was like, I filled up the cart with like bikes and different cars that he can get in and stuff like that. And my son was in the store with me, and my son, he started crying like, I don't want this. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't want this. And everything that I thought that he need, he didn't want. And I was like, well, what do you need? He said, I got my blocks. I'm okay with my blocks. He was satisfied with that one thing. And here I am thinking that I need to go above and beyond to make sure he had the things that he needs. He knew what he needed. And it was the simple things as blocks. All he wanted was blocks, and that's it. And he's like that. That was a couple of years ago, but he's like that to this day. And I say, although I may go through different things in life, although I may go through different things during the day, I sit back and realize, and it does get tough because sometimes kids can be kids. But at the end of the day, God loves me so much that he gave me what I need in order to have the balance in my life concerning my child, So I want to talk about having balance in relationships. You have to create relationships such as friendship, sisterhood, whatever, brotherhood, whatever it is. You need to have somebody in your life that's going to create that balance. If you're a person that's very forgetful, get somebody in your life that can remember and can remind you on certain things. It's okay to say you need a helping hand. It's okay to say that you need help at times, because if you say that you got it all the time, nobody's going to really be there. They're going to expect you to have it together all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you say, I got it. It's okay to say I need help at sometimes. That's creating that balance, because we all need each other to survive. Everybody has a gift and a talent on the inside of them. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people have that gift in order to push you forward. Some people have that little something on the inside of them. Actually, it's a big thing because it's what you need in order to get you to the next level. We all have to learn from each other. Life is about one big lesson, We all can't be the teacher. Sometimes we have to be the student. And you know what I'm saying? It's actually, being a student is one of the best positions that you could be in anyway, because you're learning. And when you're learning and you're grasping that new information, your mind becomes open, your body becomes balanced. What I mean, your body and your mind, it all becomes balanced. Like, wow, I didn't know this. So let me write this down. As you're learning certain things in life and you're writing it down, I actually read over it. Look over it. I don't care if you have to look over it 1,000 times. Memorize it in your head so that you can do each step differently. Like, I'm a planner. I like to, when I want to do something, I like to plan it. So I want to put it in order. And I've learned in our women's meetings to actually write a checklist of what you want done, because in our women's ministry at our church, we actually I call it the 90-day challenge. It's a 90-day challenge where we wrote down our different goals and dreams that we have in our mind that we wanted to accomplish, and we put a time limit on it. And one thing about our leader, or the first lady, one thing about it, she's a very extravagant business lady. She's really on point, and she's a planner. So it's somebody that I can really relate to. So she told us to plan this. And she said, matter of fact, within the next 30 days, y'all going to come back and say what at least one of your goals is going to be accomplished. And that's what I took in mind. Like, okay, each step we planned it. Now, as you plan stuff, give it a time limit. And as you're planning stuff, write down what you're going to do and do what you got to do. Get the resources that you need. You know what I'm saying? No longer sitting back on our goals. Don't let our dreams, don't continue to sleep on your dreams. One thing about having dreams, you can't be asleep all the time. Now you got to wake up and do it. Now you got to ask. Now you got to go to the source. Now you got to search. First of all, go to the source, and then you got to look for the resources in order to do it. If you are a writer, find people that know how to really put things in order, how to put the book in order. Find a publisher who can really, really put your book in order, to write it, to have the book the correct way. If you are a podcaster, look at different podcasters. Write down those. Look after different podcasters that has the same personality as you. It all depends on how you want your podcast to go. You learn from everybody. Learn from everybody that has experience. And one thing that I know about this, one thing about learning different stuff is that I like to be in a room where I'm not the smartest person in the room. Because if I'm not the smartest person in the room, then I know that I'm going somewhere because I can learn. I'm not just stuck right here, but I'm learning from those who have experience. I'm writing down notes from those who have experience in whatever it is that I need to write down in general. Those of you that's desiring to be a wife, first of all, seek the source. We all know the whatever like that, but as God begins to reveal to you what it's like to be a wife, he's going to reveal to you what it's like to be a woman, what it's like to conduct your household, what it's like to conduct your business. He's going to strictly show you how to conduct yourself personally. And when you conduct yourself personally, he's going to prepare you to be already ready for whenever he comes. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the guys. As he prepared to be a husband, he's going to instruct you personally on the things that you need to do. So everything is about getting in preparation. As you're getting in preparation, start writing it down, start doing stuff. Don't wait until the blessing come, but be prepared for the blessing. Because if you don't be prepared for the blessing, you can mishandle it when it comes. And that's in general. Those of you that's looking for a home, start packing your stuff. You believe God, we got to walk by faith. Sometimes you got to walk by faith and not by sight. Sometimes you got to believe. And oftentimes, if you want a new car, just, start buying mats for your car. Buy the new scent. I like for the car to smell good. Buy the new air conditioning. The scent. What is it called? The air freshener that goes in the car, in the car vent. I like those. Buy those little things, the simple things that you want in your car. Buy it and believe it. You want a new wardrobe? You want to lose weight? Start buying some smaller clothes and put it right there. You know how much weight you want to lose. You know how much inches you want to lose, ladies. Because sometimes with me, as I go on my weight loss journey, I like to see inches being lost. I don't really pay attention to the scale of how much I weigh, but I like to see the results. I like to see the inches. So therefore, I'm speaking to myself. If I want to see my inches go down, then I'm going to put one dress aside or whatever it may be. I like dresses. I'm going to put that dress to the side that's probably like 2 sizes smaller. And I'm going to believe that I'm going to get into that one day. And in order for me, because I got my eyes on the prize, I'm going to work towards it, right? I'm going to change my the way I eat. I'm going to exercise more. I'm going to have better intake. No more, not a lot of sodas. Drink some more water. Have some more cranberry juice. Have some more grape juice. Prepare your body for whatever it is that you want to do. Mentally, if I want to be a better person, mentally, I got to have it together. I got to get it together. Being in front of people on this podcast, talking to different people in general, mentally, I got to get it together because I can't tell you how to do something unless I've done it, unless I'm doing it. I'm doing this with you guys. This platform is so that you guys can make it. In order for you guys to make it, I got to be able to make it too. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when I talk about depression, sometimes when I talk about abuse, when I talk about different stuff, this is real life stuff that really happened. I'm talking from personal experience, from what I've experienced, and I want to see you guys make it through. I know I don't look like what I've been through, but honey, I've been through it. And I know if I can make it, you can make it too. And it is my responsibility to make sure that you're good. That's my responsibility, to make sure you're good. That's your responsibility, to make sure they're good. That's our responsibility, to make sure we're good. We need each other to survive. So we got to handle our responsibilities in general. But the main step is balance. Create that healthy balance in your life. Create that healthy boundary in your life. Because some of y'all have to learn how to exercise the art of saying no. Sometimes you guys will say yes, whatever. It could be a business meeting for work. It could be in your personal life, whatever it may be. It could be an event. People are always looking for you to show up, but sometimes you got to say no. It's not that you have nothing against them. Sometimes you got to think about you. Because if you feel like it's a lot of weight on you, if you feel like it's too much pressure on you, sometimes you got to say, nah, I can't make it. With no explanation, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Sometimes you have to exercise the art of saying no for you. And when you say no, a lot of times, then when you're prepared to say yes for whenever that may be, you'll have balance. You won't be running like a chicken with his head cut off, making no sense. You'll be able to make clear decisions when your mind is right. Get your mind right. I talk about the mind all the time because it could be a battlefield of the mind. But I talk about this a lot because it's certain things that I struggle with in my mind as well. We got to constantly renew our mind in the word. But as you renew your mind in the word, also get the vitamins that you need. That's going to create the balance in your body in general and your mind in general. You're not crazy. It's okay to have that. You want to take those so that you could be on point, so that you won't be spiraling out of control. Those of you that have children, you know how tough it is to be a mom. You know how tough it is, the things that we have to do on a daily basis. And some of you may have multiple children, so it's a big responsibility. So in order for the mom to take care of the children, or the parent to take care of children, we got to make sure that our mind is balanced. Sometimes we don't got it. And when we don't got it, we got to get it together in general, because we're raising another generation. You know what I'm saying? And we want to do it a little bit different. Okay, it's okay to say that you need help sometimes. Don't worry about who's going to judge you. Pray that God will send the right one in your direction, because some people are looking at your life whether you know it or not, and some people are inspired by you. Some people don't even know that. I don't know what it is, but I want whatever you need. I'm here. Some people are like that. Sometimes it's strangers that do it. You know what I'm saying? But they will never know unless you say, I need help. You know what I'm saying? And some of you that want to get your body together, get into a fitness routine. I mean, if you can't always go to the gym, a lot of us got what we call technology. Look online. I look online on YouTube. Actually, I look on this lady, she does like a 2-minute, is it a 15-minute walk? It's a walking series where you just simply walk for 15 minutes. It's not a whole lot of exercise. It's not a whole lot of lifting, but you simply walk, because she said the main way to lose weight is by simply moving your legs, simply moving your body. That's all you got to do. That's the first step. So for beginners or people who's not used to actually working out, look on a 15-minute walk on YouTube. Check her out. I'm telling you, just type in 15-minute walk. There's a bunch of routines for beginners. Get your body together. And as you're getting your body together, get your mind together. Get on the vitamins, the medicine that you need. Get on it, because we all want to have strength. We all want to be able to make it in this life and get the help that we so utterly need. So that's all. I just wanted to drop this daily nugget on a Tuesday. I said it's not your typical Tuesday. I wanted to talk about balance and, talk to you guys about my personal life, about what I believe balance is. Those of you that's going to watch the replay, make sure that you share it. Make sure that you tune into the Purpose Driven Inspiration Weekly on YouTube. And I pray that you all will have a blessed day. Any of you that have any comments, you could DM me. You can leave it in the comments of whatever it is that you want to discuss. We are an open book over here. This is the judgment-free zone. And I love you all with the love of Christ. I pray that you will enjoy your Tuesday and have a blessed day.